Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, some guy Gary, back at you again with, probably the last Destiny 2 video on this channel. Okay, maybe not the last, but one of the last. Today we have lots of new gear to collect throughout Destiny. They revamped a lot of raid and dungeon loot, so now it all has new armor bonuses. There's plenty to grind here today. I want to take this video to explain what each armor bonus will do. We'll start with the PvE Luminipotent Armor Set. The 2-piece Ionic Overclock. While amplified, your fusion rifles, linear fusion rifles, and heat weapons gain increased handling, reload, and vent speeds. 4-piece Shock and Clear. Final blows with jolt or against jolted combatants create ionic traces. U-Technology Cover. 2-piece Gift of Ley Lines. Rapidly defeating combatants with void energy spawns a void breach. 4-piece Techion's Foresight. After collecting a Void Breach, your next final blow with the Void weapon triggers a detonation. The detonation is more powerful if it is triggered quickly after collecting a Void Breach. Into the competitive gear, we have the Triumphal Anthem. 2-piece Scoot to Loot. Sliding collects nearby ammo and temporarily grants enhanced reload speed and handling to your weapons. 4-piece Shoot to Scoot. Dealing damage with your weapons temporarily grants enhanced sliding. Sliding provides damage resistance. Per Audacia. 2-piece Primary Chain. Primary ammo weapon final blows grant a stacking bonus to mobility and primary weapon range and handling until you are defeated. 4-piece Sublime Transit. Increases mobility and grants enhanced sprint speed and slide distance. There are 2 endgame competitive sets, I'm assuming SRL and Trials of Osiris. We'll start with the Cruel Electrum Suit. 2-piece Primary Survivor. When an ally is defeated, primary ammo weapons gain increased handling, reload, target acquisition, and reduced flinch. Bonuses increase when multiple allies are dead at the same time, or when you are running solo. 4-piece Primary Phantom. Final blows with primary ammo weapons remove you from the radar for a short time. Drawing a weapon that does not use primary ammo will immediately end the effect. Onto the Bright Set. 2-piece Revving Up. Fast movement builds up a charge that gradually increases your health regeneration speed. Once you are fully revved, sprinting grants speed booster. Dielectric Drift. Sliding while speed booster is active jolts combatants in front of you. Gambit has a new armor set this season, my lord. The Cyber Spent Null Suit. 2-piece Adrenal Rush. Sprinting for a short time grants a period of improved reload speed and handling. Final blows extend this period. 4-piece Bountiful Munitions. While Adrenaline Rush is active, Final Blows grant special ammo progress. Final blows against powerful combatants, Guardians, and Taken grant additional progress. Boy, howdy, do we have a lot of new endgame sets. Like I said, each dungeon and raid has its new armor. The Great Hunt Suit. 2-piece Taken Barrier. Grenade final blows temporarily reduce incoming damage. 4-piece Taken Armaments. It's back! Grenade final blows grant additional heavy ammo progress. What a classic perk, making a triumphant return. The Techion's Regala Suit. 2-piece Queen's Foil Rush. Gain a powerful overshield while performing your finisher. When you finish a target, release a slowing burst around you. 4-piece Truth to Power. Gain increasing damage resistance when you deal damage or land final blows. Finishers grant accelerated progress. At max stacks, the recharge rate of your abilities also increased. This is the Garden of Salvation set. 2-piece Network Admin. Being near allies creates a relay network that gives the wearer improved handling and reload speed. Being near other allied network admins additionally grants the wearer a bonus to health stat. 4-piece Network Upload. Weapon final blows grant the wearer and nearby allies melee energy. I'm assuming this is the Pit of Heresy armor. 2-piece Regenerative Threshold. Performing a finisher stores power. The next time your shields are broken, consume stored power to immediately heal and start health regeneration. 4-piece Melee Conduction. While you have Radiant, Restoration, or Cure, your melee hits release a burst that will scorch the target. Now we're onto the Prophecy armor. 2-piece Between Poles. Final blows with light weapons grant stack of light polarity, which grants grenade stat. Final blows with darkness or kinetic weapons grant stacks of dark polarity, which grants stack of melee stat. 4-piece So Very Thin. Final blows with light weapons grant additional grenade energy. Final blows with dark or kinetic weapon grant additional melee energy. Rapid final blows that alternate between light and darkness grant a short period of damage resistance. I really like that they're tying the dungeon's mechanics into this armor. Now we're on to the Deepstone Crypt armor. Augmented Servos. Powered melees release an additional disorienting pulse when used to defeat a target. 4-piece Godlike Judgment. When your shields are broken by a combatant, or upon casting your super, release a swarm of heat-seeking micro-missiles. The Vault of Glass armor. 2-piece, Radioloria Breach. After picking up an Orb of Power, the next time your shields are broken, gain a bonus to health stat for a short duration, and release a burst of Radioloria around you. 4-piece, Collective Power. While you have a subclass buff, dealing sustained damage creates an Orb of Power. The Corrupting Echo Set. 2-piece, Untold Greed. Picking up ammo, Orbs of Power, elemental pickups, or destroying a Strand Tangle grants stacks of Untold Greed, slightly reducing damage taken and providing reload speed to equipped weapons. When your shields are broken, some stacks are lost. 4-piece, Overflowing Coffers. While you have stacks of Untold Greed, Orbs of Power and elemental pickups provide more of their respective energy, and Strand Tangles deal increased damage. When your shields are broken, all stacks are converted into a fountain of Orbs of Power. The Resonant Fury Set. 2-piece, Resonant Plating. Your health begins regenerating immediately after taking damage from a powerful combatant. 4-piece, Siphoning Touch. Gain stacks of Siphoning Touch for a weapon or glaive melee hits. Switching weapons heals you and consumes all stacks. The Deep Explorer Suit. 2-piece, Built Bitter. Taking damage increases the reload speed of your equipped weapon until it is stowed. Taking more damage increases the effect. 4-piece, Bittersweet. When you stow a weapon, restore health based on the number of Built Bitter stacks lost. The Worm God Suit. 2-piece, Iron Sharpens Iron. Final blows on guardians and powerful combatants generate additional progress, ammo progress. 4-piece, Ascendant Escape. After a final blow on a powerful combatant, the next time your shields are broken, you become invisible. The TM Moss Custom Suit. 2-piece, Old Martian Diplomacy. Stowing a weapon after defeating a powerful combatant or a guardian heals you a small amount and disorients the nearby combatants. 4-piece, High Noon. Freshly drawn weapons deal increased precision damage to combatants for a short period of time. Weapons with a text-balanced stock origins trait, equipped or exotics manufactured by the Text Mechanica Foundry gain further increased benefits. Breath of Detestation Suit. 2-piece, Bad Dreams. Final blows versus subclass debuff targets have an escalating chance to spawn an Orb of Power. Dream Devourer. 4-piece. Performing a finisher versus a powerful combatant grants Devour. While you have Devour, gain damage resistance versus combatants. Taken King Suit. 2-piece, The Ceremony. Finishing combatants or reviving allies initiates a Lucian Hive ritual. While the ritual is active, gain increased super stat. 4-piece, Lucent Swarm. Collecting Orb of Power extends the ceremony. While it is active, ability final blows occasionally spawn allied arced moths. That's pretty cool. The Death Singer Suit. 2-piece, Cursed Fist. Melee final blows triggered a Cursed Thrall explosion. 4-piece, Power of the Sun. Being in combat for a duration grants progressively more flinch resistance and damage resistance versus combatants. The Dark Age Warlock Suit. 2-piece, Taking Initiative. Hitting combatants with melee attacks or sword strikes grants a stack of initiative, giving bonus handling and reload. Stacks decay over time slowly. 4-piece, Healing Initiative. While you have initiative, using your class ability creates a stationary healing aura. The aura gains increased healing based on the number of initiative stacks. Promised Victory Suit. 2-piece, Stable Resonance. Defeating a powerful combatant generates Stable Resonance, which grants damage resistance and increased weapon damage for the duration. 4-piece, Resonance Redirection. While you have Stable Resonance, continued weapon damage occasionally generates a resonance burst that damages and exhausts targets. Spacewalk Suit. 2-piece, Augmented Armaments. Primary ammo weapons deal increased damage to disoriented combatants. 4-piece, Augmented Explosives. Your grenade abilities release an additional disorienting pulse shortly after detonating. The Flame Suit. 2-piece, Sinew Stitching. Taking damage from combatants sometimes spawns a Threadling. 4-piece, Knit Together. For a short time after your shields break, your next several Threadlings hits restore health. And finally, the Pantheon Resplendent Set. 2-piece, Well Prepared. Picking up ammo grants armor charge. Grants a bonus to health stat per armor charge you have. 4-piece, Down the Line. Sustained damage on mini-bosses, champions, and bosses increase weapon damage versus base and powerful combatants. Weapon final blows consume 1 stack each. After all of that reading, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the video. So much new stuff to chase after here in terms of armor bonuses. I like that the dungeon ones and the raid ones often tie into the mechanics or maybe boss attacks that are in said dungeons and raids. I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, I can't hope for more of that because the game's over. If you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like, comment, sub. I appreciate any and all support. Hopefully you guys enjoy these informative videos, and I'll probably get a few more out to you before I give up entirely on Destiny. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.